Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is Jason from AtomicMartians Reviews. In this episode, we review the Dark Knight Rises Jim Gordon Movie Masters figure. Enjoy.
Alright folks, we are here to review Mattel's very own Movie Masters line from The Dark Knight Rises. By the time you're seeing this, it's open in theaters, and it's probably already blown everybody's
It's probably
mind.
already on DVD by the time I get around to editing this video. So, if you haven't seen it, sorry, but there's probably spoilers in this review, and yeah, oh well.
Yeah, so suck it. Anywho, so we have here the Jim Gordon figure. This is a Walmart exclusive figure. Very cool. And it's nice to be able to get a Commissioner Jim Gordon in this pack.
Yeah.
Without having to buy buy the 2-pack from them that would
You get that really horrible looking Bruce Wayne figure.
Yeah. With the, hockey rapist mask on or whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's ski mask, my bad.
Or
Whatever.
the
Doesn't matter.
The baklava or whatever is this. Yeah.
Anyway, it looks pretty cool.
He does look pretty cool.
Jim Gordon, he's got his trendy, dark, man, these glasses sure look familiar, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who else wears those that I know.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like Gary Oldman. It's a spitting image of him.
Totally.
So,
Cool little trench coat.
pretty cool,
daily.
though. Yeah.
Looks like he comes with, this is again a Walmart exclusive figure, and it's interesting because it comes with an axe that was at the end of The Dark Knight, which he used to smash the bat signal. And if you look on the back of the box, they tell you includes smashed in bat signal. So there you go. Very cool. And he also comes with a pistol because that's how homie rolls.
Yeah. What's up with Walmart getting all these exciting exclusives? I don't know. They get. It seems they're like one of the few companies that are still getting exclusives.
They have all their hands in the right pockets, if you know what I mean.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
And they get some of the better ones too. They get a lot of the 6-inch Avengers.
Avengers, exactly. It's supposed to be getting some Spider-Man ones.
And this figure is really cool looking too. So it's like, hell yeah!
They're
it's
the
a reason
ones
to shop at Walmart.
They are shelling out the bucks to get your bucks.
That's right.
There you go. This figure, the package. I don't think we've done a Movie Masters from this line yet.
No, we haven't. No.
So the package is very interesting, because it's basically the gauntlet that Batman wears, where he's got he's got these little wingy spikes coming out that are also shurikens.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Like it took me like a little while to figure this out the first time I saw this package.
Yeah, I did.
What was going
I just
on.
noticed it. Yeah.
I was like, "What the hell is this?" But yeah, so it's supposed to be like the gauntlet and very cool. It's got that kind of mesh pattern on there too, at section. So very interesting. And then of course the whole kind of symbol for the Dark Knight's been the kind of like scraggly looking bat, which is at the top. Dark Knight Rises.
And in the background behind them, there's like a really destroyed, looks like City Hall or something like that,
cool,
in the background. So
because it's supposed to be like the big fight. So yeah.
Yeah.
And of course they tell you right on there, build a projecting bat signal. Very cool.
This isn't like the Green Lantern figures where you had to buy like 15 Green Lantern figures in order to
you have to buy 6 figures to build it.
So basically one of each.
One of each figure.
Yeah, I think there's about 6 figures coming out.
So one of each figure to get this. But yeah, it's not like GL where you had to buy it. We're going to release 15 different figures to build this enormous Build-A-Figure, and then you never see but like 4 of the figures.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Anyway, so no, this is a much better, it's a much better constructed.
It's more efficient that way.
Yeah.
Than any other way. On the back, you have a picture of Jim Gordon,
getting ready to go to town on that.
Yeah,
thing.
very Abe Lincoln looking, with the axe or whatever, smashing it up.
And storm 7 years ago.
Screw you, Batman.
I gotta say the bat signal idea as a Build-A-Figure is a very
cool. Yeah, I like it.
Super cool. One of the more interesting things I've seen.
Yeah.
And instead of having like let's do a collect and connect or Build-A-Figure like Bane or somebody else, something stupid. it's
Killer
nice to have,
Croc,
that you never seen in the movie or anything like that. It's nice to have like the bat signal, and that's something that anybody can enjoy, and it's much more enticing than to buy figures.
And it's a very iconic part of Batman culture, but it really wouldn't work as like an individual like figure or toy. So you still are getting this cool like diorama piece. Without having to go out and spend $15 on a bat signal, you're getting all the figures with it too. So.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. All right, well, I say we open it up. I mean, there's not a whole lot of. I mean, there is air holes on the bottom,
so you can breathe.
Yeah,
so that you can sniff your figure.
His feet can breathe.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't buy odor eaters anymore. They got too expensive.
That's right.
Just aeration.
Okay. All right, we'll be right back. And we're back. We have Gary Oldman, a.k.a. Jim Gordon, figure out of package. And I don't know. He looks pretty cool. I like him. Yeah.
Very nice detail.
Very, very character accurate.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like him.
His character wore a trench coat. This figure is wearing a trench coat.
Yeah. And a tie. Yep. And glasses. And he has a mustache.
He has a mustache.
Yep.
A mustache. How many? You don't get toys with mustaches anymore.
No, sadly now. There's not enough of them anymore.
Hero, right here.
There needs to be more. But overall, though, I mean, for a guy in a suit, he looks pretty cool. I like how his trench coat isn't 100% symmetrical on both sides, so it kind of looks like disheveled or something like that. Like he's been running around and it's gotten sloppy, or he's been rained on or something.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool looking.
Cool little details. One thing I really like is that he wears a trench coat and then he has a suit jacket underneath, and then of course the actual suit and tie. What's very interesting to me is that the trench coat here is kind of like a grayish gunmetal sort of color, and then when you look down to the actual suit jacket, it's a flat black, and then they actually do the buttons as a glossy black. So like a nice little detail there, and kind of a way to break up the monotony. Something that you may not notice on a first glance, but that's very cool. Yeah. Then also when you open up the coat and look at the shirt and tie, tie's polka dot. Which
but it's not painted on though. It's a piece. It's an extra piece, right?
Yeah, that's an actual plastic tie you can move around.
Yeah.
But it's painted. The tie itself is painted polka dot, which is interesting choice. But also, what I thought was really neat is that they gave him a blue shirt instead of just like a white shirt like they do for everybody else.
Yeah.
It was just again, not something you really notice right away, but it's just something to make it look a little bit different.
Maybe detectives wear more blue shirts.
Maybe he's commissioner now.
Yep,
so
that's right.
He's got to dress a little bit more dapper.
Yep.
And just in case anybody gives him shit, he's got an axe.
That's right.
He's the axe cop.
He is axe cop. That's right. His glasses are not molded onto his face. They were actually just attached there. You can lift them up. They're not removable, but you can definitely. Well, they might be removable. I'm not going to do it.
Take an X-Acto knife.
Yeah,
removable.
Yeah. But you can lift them up, and everything. See his eyes underneath. It's a pretty cool effect. It definitely has lens, like a little lens over top of his eyes, which gives it a cool effect. As far as articulation goes, I mean, about the same as all these other figures, like Harvey Dent and other like Alfred and stuff like that. The ones that are basically wearing suits. Yeah. His legs do kind of go out to the sides. He has it twists at the like the quad area. Yeah. Bends at the knees. His ankles do go up and down, or his feet go up and down. His arm has basic articulation, goes out. It twists at the bicep. It bends at the elbow, and his wrists do go around, and his head moves. And he has a little bit of ab crunch, and his waist does swivel. The trench coat does kind of prohibit a lot of his articulation, but you could spread his legs out. Yeah. You can give him running poses. You can do different stuff with them.
Yeah, that'd probably be my only complaint is that with the trench coat, a lot of times with these toys, they'll put a split somewhere in the coat, so it'll give them a little bit more movement. They didn't do that in this one. Yeah. Not a really big deal because
honestly, he's a little bit older guy. He's probably not going to be running marathons.
No, you know. He's not going to need a karate kick somebody in the face.
I mean, Jim Gordon never really looked like he took all that great of care of himself. He probably smoked a couple packs a day. Yeah. So. But overall, the articulation looks good. I mean, especially for a figure that's going to be mostly stationary. Yeah. His weapons aren't really the best. They're made out of this really cheap plastic, and they're bowed in the package. And I haven't I'm sure if you heat them up a little bit, you can bend them back. But they are very, very cheaply made. In fact, this gun is very
just
thin.
Like the most basic kind of accessory they could get. Very thin. Not much detail. It's all black. There's no highlights or anything anywhere.
No.
Actually, at first I was like, it kind of looks like a stapler.
Yeah.
Like the open stapler. If you take the trigger away.
Even like the trigger guard is all like
it's all warped and shit. And I don't think you could even get a finger in there if you tried.
No. The axe is a little bit better, but not really much. It's still bowed and everything. You can probably bend it back, but just like the gun. It's very thin and very flimsy and kind of cheap looking. But if you just stick him in his hand, you're less likely to notice how cheap it is. It's not going to stand out as much.
All right, so now on to the next part, the Build-A-Figure piece.
Which is kind of worthless unless you have all the other pieces.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really know what you could do with it. Yeah.
Just stand it right there on the table. No, it topples over.
Yeah. So basically, it's a ring. With some metal parts in it and broken glass on the inside, and it comes with this piece of broken glass with the bat emblem in it. And we thought at first that there was some way for this to like sit in here, like it kind of like it's located in the middle, but we can't lock it in. We kept on messing with it. We couldn't get it to line up. So if you know for a fact that it will sit in here or whatever, let us know. Like post a comment or something like that, and let us know so we can actually set it up properly because we could not figure it out to save our life.
At the moment, this thing's just pissing me off because
But I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, once you get all the pieces together, I think it's gonna look freaking sick.
Oh yeah,
and awesome. I mean, obviously you can't really judge it based on just like one piece of it.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I guess you could use these for like diorama parts if you don't buy the other figures or something like that.
I know, like a lot of customizers were saying, hey, having the Batman Begins and the Nolan Batman symbol's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Some customizers were talking about taking this emblem out and putting in the classic Batman symbol.
Oh, okay.
With the, I guess, more rounded around bat.
Yeah.
Or using like the more modern kind of like, I guess, I don't know, Frank Miller-ish. I don't know what they call that other one. Anyway, making custom ones. And the one thing that's nice about having this removable is that you can very easily take that out and put the other one in.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Just got to figure out a way to get it in because all this is hollow. There's like little bits and pieces sticking through for you to cut your finger on.
Yeah.
Because it's glass. But this guy just falls right through.
Yep. So overall, what do you? I mean, you've got a couple figures out of this.
I've got a couple figures. I really like him. I think he's going to go very well with any of your movie masters. Plus, I think this is the first 6-inch version of a Jim Gordon we've ever got. So,
yeah. What was the one that came in that 2-pack for Batman or the Dark Knight or whatever?
Fuck. Don't bring that up.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to forget about that one. Yeah.
This is the first one you get individually.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, I like it. I like the color scheme. It seems like the color scheme of this figure goes really well with the movie and the color scheme of the other figures. So I think it will go really well with all the other figures in the line. And also, I don't know, he's cool. Yeah, I mean, I like Jim Gordon. I like Gary Oldman, and I thought he was a perfect choice when they first cast him for the first movie. And so I think it's it's fitting that he gets an action figure. That's cool.
Yeah.
So that's it. Peace. Go buy one if you can find it.
Yep.